Ukraine's an interesting case. People always want to know my feeling. Number one, we're in for 200 billion plus, and the European nations are in for 20 billion. And it's more important for them. And don't you think they should equalize? Nobody asks them. It's like I did with NATO. I said, we're paying for NATO, and we don't get so much out of it. And you know, I hate to tell you this about NATO. If we ever needed their help, let's say we were attacked, I don't believe they'd be there. I don't believe. I know the people. I know them. I can tell you country by country who would be there and who, but I don't believe they'd be there.
They were there. The only time that Article 5, the NATO, you attack one, you attack all, Article 5 was invoked was after 9/11. Yeah, and they were all there. They were all there. Just saying. And here's a little handy chart just to put the lie to what he just said about the European Union not supporting, Ukraine. So here's a little chart right there. So you see this this giant amount here, 84.9 billion. So that is the EU. That is the EU's contribution. And then next to it is the United States. And if you can see, like the yellow bar here, that's money. That's financial money. That's giving money. And then the green bar is military equipment. So then if you move over to this column here, the United States is represented by $71.4 billion. However, very little of it is cash. And almost all of it is military equipment. And guess what? That benefits the United States. Why? Because we make it here. Just saying. This is Germany. This is Great Britain. This is, Norway, Japan, Canada, on and on it goes as the pie chart gets smaller. It's not a pie chart. As the graph gets, less and less. But just so you know, he's lying. I mean, the guy, if his lips are moving, if that pie hole is saying something, it's a lie. And that's just the end of it. That's just the end of it. I cannot imagine having him in charge of the United States military going forward because, first of all, according to Donald Trump, not me, according to him, he would deploy the United States military on the United States. And, don't come at me and say, but constitutionally that's prohibited in the law, blah, blah, blah. You got 25 Republican governors right now who are supporting a Republican governor in Texas who is a psychopath, okay, who is in violation of the United States Supreme Court's ruling that says that he must take down razor wire that he put up in Eagles Pass, Texas, because he wants to seem like he's doing something on border security. I mean, it's very sad. And the Supreme Court said, you are not to do that. You cannot, you have to take down this razor wire. And he's fighting that? No, not with constructive, border, talks with the federal government, not with, allowing Border Patrol to do its job. No. He's saying the Supreme Court said I have to take down this razor wire. They didn't say anything about putting up that razor wire. So while I won't take down this razor wire, I am going to add more razor wire because they didn't say I couldn't do that. I swear to God. And you got 25 Republican governors that are backing Abbott's unconstitutional behavior, meaning, and there's a thing now called Texit. Have you heard? Yeah, it sounds like Brexit, because it is. They want to secede. They want to secede from the union. They want to be and let Donald Trump go be the president of the Confederacy. Let him go be. Let him go be the president of Texas. Let him do it. Let him have it.
So you approve
of what? Secession? No.
Texas. Just Texas leaving. Yeah.
It's not possible. It's a long constitutional conversation, but it isn't possible for them to leave without a war. It just isn't. It's not possible. Even in their own, you can't do it. It can't happen. So no, I don't approve. But what's interesting is that when they asked Governor Stitt, Governor Stitt of Oklahoma when they asked him, about this border plan of theirs. So Oklahoma has thrown in with a bunch of, 24 other GOP red state governors are throwing in with Abbott and saying, defy the Supreme Court's ruling, don't comply, defy the Constitution, go ahead, talk about succession, talk about it. I mean, listen, here's what would happen. Every single person in Texas who's on Social Security, every single person in Texas who, gets food stamps or whatever the public school money, it all goes away. It all goes away. So every senior citizen in Texas who's over the age of 66 and 6 months who gets Social Security, they wouldn't get it anymore. There's a lot of crap that would happen. A lot of stuff. It's not possible to succeed. But you have 24 governors that are counting on the stupidity of their own people. And so they're saying, hey, let's block the federal Border Patrol guys, which is what's happening in Eagle Pass. Abbott is not letting the feds into Eagle Pass. Instead, he's deploying the Texas sheriffs, and because they kept the kids so safe in Uvalde. I mean, these are really profiles in courage, right? Anyway, he's letting them apply trespassing laws. Okay, and the Supreme Court told him you're not allowed to do that by virtue of the United States Constitution, which gives immigration to the federal government, okay, not to the states. It's like the one thing that you don't get to do. And so the Governor Stitt from Oklahoma, who's backing Abbott, was on Fox News. And Fox News pointed out to him, if you deploy the Oklahoma National Guard because you think you're the commander-in-chief of the Oklahoma National Guard and Abbott thinks he's the commander-in-chief of the Texas National Guard, if you do that and you get rid of the feds and you put your state National Guardsmen at the border, don't you understand that once they're in position, Joe Biden, as president of the United States, could federalize them? And now all of a sudden they report to Joe Biden. Do you know that? Have you considered that?
Have you thought this through? If you send your Oklahoma National Guard down there and a bunch of other states send them down there, all Joe Biden has to do is federalize all of them. Next thing you know, they are doing essentially support work for the Border Patrol who are down there right now just trying to process the invasion of migrants.
The invasion of migrants. You talk about mixing their message, right? He's literally, reading the governor of Oklahoma on live TV, telling him how stupid he is for not thinking that through, and then making his case for him at the end with the invasion word. I mean, and Joe Biden, here he is, trying to actually get a bipartisan immigration package together so that Joe Biden can, swear to God, shut down the border until we catch up on the asylum processing.